Jamie when he
Oh, yeah,
throws.
James, whenever it was Victory Bell.
Yeah, victory bell. that was
Yes.
that was Frodo this entire movie.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast.
And I've made a comment on TikTok. We are sober, but I'm telling you, man.
And you can find me on Mr Geek Media. Hashtag Reach Out to Chala campaign.
Jack. Every time Jack had to find someone from Africa, he's so flame.
Okay, I'm tebellokhala. Welcome to Nerdgasm.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast with my awesome threesome. Hey, the swords are out again. I'll be polite and keep my sword at bay. I know it's calling me.
Pause.
Oh, okay. Hey, at this rate, I'm so naive.
There's no pause in this in this group. Full steam ahead.
Press
You can
play.
pause yourself.
It's full steam ahead, Lana.
Yeah. Ew. So we are here to do the second part of the reshoot of the Fellowship of the Ring.
Last time
Okay.
on the reshoot of the Fellowship of the Ring, we
Yeah.
had gone up to Lothlorien, where the Fellowship had finally formed. Will they make it to Mordor? Spoilers, they won't.
Oh, once again, community apology to Rob. I don't know where he said a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just. What I remember for the last shoot is that this is where I mentioned we first hear the theme of Gondor that finally reaches the climax of the song when they reveal Aragorn's identity. I remember that, and then Rob said something smart. So let's pretend Rob is saying something smart.
Just call this. Rob said smart things we don't remember.
Yeah. Rob said something smart. Wait for it. Wow, hectic. Wow, that's so deep. Wow, I never thought of that. Really, wow.
Rob said something smart.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Okay,
but yeah, last off, we left our heroes. They all formed the Fellowship finally. So now
wait. Is there no type of anime?
Oh,
I remember there was something relatively depressing. Oh yeah, one.
Okay. So should we cue that one? Diggy diggy ding.
Ding 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 ding. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Tebellokhala. This is the Tabasa anime. In a surprising twist in Japan, a man was sentenced to 11 years in prison for murdering his wife.
11 years for murder.
Muna took that Attack on Titan serious.
Oh, an editor of the Attack on Titan was sentenced to 11 years imprisonment for, murder.
Nobody divorces anymore. Nobody leaves.
Guys, you know that till death do us part is part of the love part of the marriage, right? There are other options.
Can, like, if you don't love in each other, you can just part.
Leave.
There's no death involved.
You know?
When you made your vows, you were in love. So if the love is gone, why?
I know it says till death, but like, there's also divorce.
Yeah, divorce is there.
I think they must just change it till death or divorce or add some addendum.
No,
terms and conditions.
Till natural death or divorce.
Yeah, natural death.
Someone sacrificed his whole, and like the thing is, 11 years also is too small for that. But just in general, like bro is donezo now. Like that's it. That's forever. Can't take that back.
There's somebody once said a very interesting thing. It's like Japan is remarkably lenient when it comes to sentencing, unless it's capital punishment, of which they will put you down. So they do have a death. They do have a death penalty.
Weird.
Yeah, but like another a very disturbing example is that there's this guy, a cannibal, basically a serial cannibal. He's like 80 something years old, and they couldn't imprison him because, well, guess what? They lost the files.
Did they check his fridge? Like, if he has an eyeball in there, bro is guilty.
And now apparently that man this man, 80 something year old man is now doing porn with like 20 something year old women. That's like, I can really give up on earth right now.
Gives a whole definition to eat the cooch.
Goodbye, guys.
Oh, why did why did you have to go for the low hanging fruit?
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You know?
Yeah.
The
No,
intrusive
but
thought
like,
won.
hey, back back South Africa. Di man waja, man.
It's like meanwhile, what gets me going is like, what I just thought. I firstly I was deeply disturbed. Then I realized, you know what? It's the whole world is a circus right now. Now people are busy saying South Africa is a movie or America is a movie. Ah, shame there's Japan. Meanwhile,
what
we are
what
also
did what did
having
Shakespeare say? All the world is a stage, or something.
shame.
But
I
I
mean,
mean, I think it's time to exit stage left. We have enough actors. Sheesh.
Jesus can come back now. It's okay.
No, no, no.
It's
Hold
okay.
up. I need to finish my series and achieve my dreams, and Jesus must hold on.
Wait,
But
Jesus, not
yeah,
yet.
pause. Hey, Jesus. They wilding. It's not me. Come for them, man.
I
I
think
was
what's
think,
happening is all the world is a madhouse, and everybody is the
Not
warden.
not not even necessarily. I think what the problem is that I think a lot of people are too wrapped up in their identities. And then what happens is that when you're wrapped up in this identity now, you feel like identity, it leads to fights. You have to fight when you have an identity. It has to be a fight. And then the problem is people don't know how to put it down. They're
you
fighting in
remind
their sleep. They're fighting when they wake up. They're fighting when
you,
they go to work. They're fighting on the road. Fight, and then of course, you're gonna go crazy. Of course, it's like trying to hold a sword. Imagine Aragorn here had to hold a sword for 50 years. He can't put it down. His arm is gonna fall
mm,
off. So that's what happens. Like your brain is a muscle. So when you're carrying all these heavy things in your brain, of course you're going crazy. And then
eh,
everybody's crazy, so everybody's in the madhouse. So it all looks normal. And then when
mm,
you take a step back, you realize how absurd it is. I mean, fun
mm.
fact, I had a debate today about this guy saying that he's not black, he's African. And now I was confused.
Huh?
Like, we're not black. We don't claim blackness. We are Africans. And I'm like,
Okay.
Munna.
Uh, I want
Okay,
it's one of
I
those things.
think I understand. I cannot
No,
remember.
I can tell you why it doesn't fly though. Like
No,
Steve
no, no.
Biko,
Like I think what he was trying to say is that whole no, we were African first, and then the white people came and they called us blacks, and then
except were we African because that's also disputed.
no, but we
Africanus.
weren't. We were tribes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
that, but what I'm saying is when it comes
Is
to how we define it now, if he's
mm,
talking about the term African, that also is not us.
Yeah,
That's
because
also
actually we
disputed.
weren't called Africa originally.
So I'm saying now when you're saying you're not black, you're African, it's like, dog, you're fighting over something you didn't make and you're
mm.
using it as a form of division, and it doesn't help.
That's why you
Mm.
realize almost everything is nuanced. Even your very own name, the moniker you put upon yourself to identify yourself.
But I'm saying at
Well,
the same time, you need to
you're going
realize
into
that it's a tool. It's not a. It's
mm,
like a sword. Yes, when you're fighting, you need a sword, but you must put
yes,
the sword down, chief. If you don't put it
yeah,
down,
Ah,
what happens?
people are forever fighting, Baba. People are forever
And that's what
fighting.
I'm saying is that I think where we live now, we've cultivated a society of madness from kindergarten up until now. We make a bunch of crazy people, and then the only thing is you hope is they don't go too crazy.
my
When I knew the insanity was insanity
mm,
when I was on YouTube. I see a clip of Piers Morgan, and Piers Morgan was making sense.
Nah.
yeah, no, no. There was another video that I saw where Candace Owens, out of all people, was making sense. I was like, what reality have I fallen
Yeah.
into?
No,
You are
but like
making
that's what I'm
sense?
saying. That's what I'm saying with these people. It's just like I just think at the end of the day, the thing we've cultivated insanity. I just think as a collective, all we've done is create insane children and then hope that they become some sort of functional adults, but then
And
neurotic and insane adults, and then we
Mm.
wonder why everyone who's in charge is a madman.
yeah.
And then, because we could go on and on about this because
Yeah.
the other thing that caught me off guard was there was a video where Logan Paul was making sense. Logan Paul.
And
I
you
I found
know,
myself agreeing with Logan Paul. I wanted to walk into the Pacific Ocean and drown. I was like, why is this crazy person making? Do you know why? He was busy making valid points to an extreme Christian fundamentalist about the LGBT community. I was like, huh.
But that's the thing with people, man. It's like if we just remember that we are people first, we can get past
Then
these things.
we
But
can understand the
we
nuance.
don't remember people. We fight over black and African and what and we kill each other over these things. Borders, you weren't even there. Like you didn't even sign any
You
papers.
were
You didn't draw
there
any
at the
lines.
borders.
But now
You know, that's
you're
another thing.
taking knives
You,
to chests and things. I mean, taking it back to this
you,
guy in Japan. Bro, I don't know what was going on in his life, but somehow he thought his wife was the cause of all his misery. He didn't want to accept he's the cause of his own misery, so he thought, let me stab her in the chest. That will work out.
you
Yeah.
know.
mm,
Okay. Good luck. I hope you don't drop soap in things.
You know, well, I don't know if they do that kind of things in Japan. Japanese listeners, tell us does it go down in Pound Town in Japanese jail? Comment below.
Inquiring minds. Oh God. Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah,
I wanted to
that's
say two
just
things. One, what was the one thing I wanted to say? Because you're spitting some absolute bars. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a speech. There's this show called The New Pope,
yeah.
mm,
which was a sequel of the Young Pope. And when they elected this new Pope, he had this immaculate speech about loving the problem being love. When you love with when you love with too much passion and not enough tenderness, we lose our sense of perception, and it becomes a dangerous love. And it becomes, and from there, all kinds of divisions and perversions take place. It's a beautiful speech. I just quoted below. I'm terrible. John Malkovich was knocked that role out to the skies and beyond. Sure, he can't do accents to save his life, but that man can act when he wants to.
mm-hmm.
No, but that's a lot of
Then,
actors. Like, have you heard J.K. Simmons do a British accent? Oof.
yeah,
But have
but
you noticed
look,
it's
John.
generally
Look,
Americans can't do accents.
some actors don't know how to do accents. Some actors won't even bother trying, and that's where John Malkovich
Uh,
Vukovic is. If you pay attention to every single role he's ever played, it's the same voice.
I
But I prefer that than butchering an accent and then sounding
Mm.
like you don't know, like sounding like you just showed up to set today.
Ingubani.
Yo, oh, PTSD. Relax.
But
The challenge.
in terms of accents, it's generally, if you notice, people who are more traveled or more exposed, they have better accents. So that's why generally you'll see a lot of British guys, they kill the American accent because one, obviously they're exposed to American music, they're exposed to American television as well. So then their ear is just better
It
accustomed to
doesn't usually
catching it.
travel the other way around.
Yeah,
Mm.
so Americans, they don't even leave America. They don't even leave their state.
I mean, some
Yeah.
of them, it depends. But usually, if you're talking in terms of programming, yeah, usually
Mm.
Americans just get American programming, and then these
Mm.
British actors show up, and then
Yeah.
everybody's like, Idris Elba is British? How the hell did that happen?
Mm.
You
Even
know the
like
one that
the dude from Snowfall.
Yeah, Damson Idris. British.
Like when I heard his name, I was like, that sounds Idris Alba-ish, aka he's from London. But I didn't pay attention to it. Kanti live, it was that.
Who was the other person who also who was showing us bars with the accents? What's his name? I only remember him from the movie where he's Dracula. Come on.
Oh, Gary Owen.
There you go. Thank you. That man.
I didn't know he was British to save my life. I was like, Jim Gordon, you too?
Like that man vanishes into that role. He ceases to be Gary and he becomes a character. Anyway, then the second part I wanted to add up, like, yes, there was a circus. People are stabbing each other in Japan. Prisons are being raided here in South Africa. Because one Zimbabwean president decided to tell people, like, we are having a nice life here. I had the lovely breakfast. We're all over TikTok. The fact that you have TikTok, I'm like, what kind of prison is this?
Prison has TikTok.
Well, they raided the jails and they captured a whole lot of phones, walls full of marijuana that have been already pre-rolled. Oh, I see, South Africa and the world now. Welcome to the drama. Also, BuckMeister, you need to start a political party. Your speeches are too awesome to be wasted here.
Meister Geek Media shall be my political party.
Yeah, vote Meister Geek.
Dude, I could run. At this point.
Yeah, maybe I should run. I'll become Emperor Khala. Vote for the House of Khala.
There's a party called ATM, and I'm like, Chief, you're just advertising you're going to take people's money.
Like, please, there's a party called Soccer. There's a party called Kiss.
No, because
Kiss party.
Because he's African. He's like the African transformation movement, and I'm like, Chief, come on, ATM. Really?
Automatic
automatic transfer machine now.
Anyway, okay.
Automated teller machine.
I think we should conclude the type of anime. We've gossiped enough about our shock.
Yeah. Condolences to that lady's family and everybody in the team. That's like, and also just guys, it's not worth it. I promise you. There's nobody. You make yourself miserable. Just know that. Like you make yourself miserable.
Learn to walk away. Like
the learn to walk away.
Ego, guys.
For the
pride.
Yeah. Fuck ego, fuck pride. Second, and most importantly, the moment you give into a bad day is the moment you acknowledge the Joker's right. The biggest difference between the Joker and Batman is that they took the worst days of their lives and decided to make it making a defining characteristics for the good or for the bad. It's up to you.
And also, it's not that serious. You were alive before this person came into your life. If they have to go, you'll be fine. Like
you'll be alive afterwards.
You'll be alive afterwards. It's okay.
You know,
sure,
simple as that. Simple as that.
We give people too much power that they didn't even ask for.
Nobody's capable of making you happy except for you. If you need, we're gonna go into some relationship trauma. Gonna become that podcast. Like, let me tell you something about a successful relationship. If you need your partner to make you happy, it's never gonna work.
Where's my black glasses? I need black glasses and lighting. As a high value man.
Yes. Yeah, the Alpha podcast is gonna come after us.
Every time I hear those guys, like I just hear as a high value I scroll. I'm like, there's nothing here for me.
It's because we've made fun of them using the term alphas. There's literally a BL anime about alphas, omegas, and betas.
Oh, really?
And it's gay AF.
Yikes!
It's too much even for me. You know what I mean?
Wow!
Like, I
so
can't.
the people get swallowed.
So like, okay, fine. Let's join the trauma. Listen, literally, the alphas are the guys that can impregnate. The beta and the omega, the guys who can get impregnated.
They can what? How does
they can get pregnant?
Okay, that's a whole other
Yes.
category. That is a whole
And
other
Craig.
category.
And apparently they're self-lubricating. Let that sink.
They really are swallowing. Wow.
And the alphas
Okay.
can smell the omegas whenever they're in heat, which happens every like once a month. So that gives home.
That's not gay. That is something
Feel-
else. I feel like they've transferred to the
Oh,
T
did I-
side of the LGBTQ. That is
You guys
extra
froze.
adult.
I think the system froze. I don't fuck.
Oh yeah, you're frozen. Zuko, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I swear, hold
You're
on.
missing your chance to say that people get swallowed in this BL
Is the
anime.
connectivity better now?
Hey
Hello?
guys, forgive the brain. The brain is slow today. Eh?
You're still updating.
I'm still updating.
Tebello, you there?
Oh, am I back? You guys hear me?
We can hear you,
We
but
can hear you. We can't see you.
Yeah, because you froze, so I thought I should just delete my video feed and see if it'll just shock the system, which seems to have
okay.
worked.
All right.
All right, I'm back now. Okay, I
Guess
wanted
who's
to
back?
say back again. Okay, ADHD Kai. The softest. It's called Omegaverse. Look it up. Just the trauma.
If it shocked you, I don't think I'd survive. But anyway, I think moving on.
Like I was mentioning that the omegas are self-lubricating bottoms that go into heat, and the alphas can smell the pheromone world for some reason. So they need to take these hormone suppressing pills, otherwise they'll be hunted down into 60 men orgies or something like that. And that's basically that's the anime in a nutshell.
How many men orgies? What in the diddy?
Ew. So what? Sage mode for booty holes?
Basically.
Ooh, Nahan.
I think one of the thing that made me and my friends shut in disgust was the moment where there was a line where the one character was busy saying, "I'm not an omega." Alpha responded, "But I can smell you." Oh, I'm like, okay, now enough.
It sounds like prison. That don't sound like
I know. And
Like all it needs now is just to say bankai up in there and it's over.
You
for the longest time, I used to be
Zangetsu, I call upon you. Shring.
Tenza Zangetsu. Pipi munyo banyele.
I always
Getsuga. Tensho.
Won't it be bankai munyo banyele?
Anyway, I wanted to say one of the biggest commentary I had to mention was
Okay, I'm back.
Oh no, it's even worse. I just saw it. Do you know how the image would look like?
Cleanse your mind, my child. Cleanse your mind.
And then you just saw the sword explode outwards with that white energy.
Joe.
Oh no!
Stop thinking about stop spiraling.
Stop
spiraling.
We can start fellowship, guys. Fellowship.
All right.
Oh my soul, we're like 40 minutes in and we haven't even.
And this movie is long. Okay.
Oh, in the second half. In the last part of the reshoot of the Fellowship of the Rings, shit happened. Rob said things, and we ended up in Rivendell. Oh no, yeah, it's
Rivendell. I think
Fellowship of the Ring happened. It was formed. Frodo decided to take the ring when everybody decided to go crazy. We're gonna go super fast because we ain't got energy for this anymore, guys. Like,
guys,
our spirituality
there's not enough spirit energy in the world. There's not enough energy that you can gather.
So Aaron tells them to F off, and then they decide to F off, and they get caught with. Oh, then They're busy walking down the mountain, then they get attacked by birds, being the dumbest. Oh yeah, here's why I was arguing. Like people, why would Saruman actually show that he's watching that tribe by showing all these birds are watching them? And I thought, no, guys, it's actually part of his evil plan. He wants to lead. He's basically corralling them to go through the mines. And then somebody said it didn't make sense. There was a big argument back in the day. I think it was Extrodin. Like, this is still stupid. And then they go up in the mountain, and then we have the oldest record
Remember,
of a
it wasn't just the birds. He also changed the weather.
Yes, that was gonna get the
Like, this is why I was saying, like, what was Saruman eating? What spinach did he have? Was he Popeye? Because when I see Gandalf the White, I mean, we spoke about it. You're obviously, if you're at this point, you've watched those other videos. But when we see Gandalf, I'm just like, Munna, did he get the wrong OS? What hard drive is Saruman working on? Like, he's changing the weather.
Saruman was using hacks because I wanted to say this was the first ever recorded case of a rap battle in the history of history. Because
Epic rap battles of Mordor. Gandalf. Saruman, begin.
Saruman was busy doing speaking in the older Elvish language, and I was really geeky in this movie, guys. So he was explaining it like just speaking the old Elvish languages of like the original one, and then Gandalf was chanting in Sindarin, which was like the boss when bowing at that point, and then then Saruman like get off the podium, you've been served or whatever they call it. I'm not into hip hop, guys.
Don DeMarco, bang bang. It's like that.
Yeah.
Don Juan DeMarco.
Then they decide to go into the mines of Moria, where they find out that it's not a mine, it's a tomb.
And poor Gimli
was giving
this is the thing that was rough for me, because when they're in the mines of Moria, Gimli is having like a mental breakdown. Like, things are bad, and everybody's just like, yeah, we don't have time for this, Gimli.
Hey, but like the whole premise of they didn't have time for nothing, dog. Like, literally the only time they chilled, and even then they were still like when they were waiting for the fire, for the beacons to be lit.
Yeah,
that's the only time they were chilling. But even then, they were still like, they weren't really chilling. It wasn't chilling. They were like, hey, why are these things being lit?
Like, so Gimli is running like, my family, and Gandalf is like, faster, you fool.
You know, my cousin is
think about it. From the moment they left the Shire, the only time they had rest was when Frodo was chilling, and then they had the meeting of the Fellowship, and then from the traveling they've been traveling.
It's been on point.
They've been on foot, they've been on horse, but they've been moving. And the only time they get to rest is at night, and even then you are sleeping one eye open because you don't want to make sure Bokoluva don't catch you slipping. No,
I'm just saying, like, that was the thing for me. Like, like Gimli has a whole scene where he cries to himself about his family, and everybody's just like, yeah, man, but these orcs though, and it's just like, you can't even give the bra a moment.
Nope.
And then Pippin accidentally kills Gandalf. I'm so glad Pippin finally sees Gandalf later on, because I think that will make him feel better. Because imagine the guilt of knowing that you killed the old man.
Fool of a took. What did he say? The next time you make a mistake, you throw yourself down there or something.
Next time, cast yourself in, then rid us of your stupidity.
Hey, Mark Gandalf, he didn't mince his words, eh?
No, at that point in time, you had enough. Like, kill yourself.
Hey, Gandalf was like, the fate of the world is busy.
He becomes in this day and age, but that's what he basically said.
No, but I mean, the thing is, at this point, Pippin kept touching. He learns his lesson, because Pippin throughout the movies, he doesn't do what he was doing here. But I mean, it took some time, and it's just like, hey, dog, you picked the worst time to be curious about touching stuff.
Pippin was basically a hyperactive child. If you look, because like he was those kids. The more you told him not to touch something, the more he wanted to touch something.
Ooh, what does this button do? Pippin, stop.
The moment you told Pippin, don't go there, that's where he wants to go now.
Pippin was supposed to be somebody should have invented Adderall in the past for Pippin. Like Pippin,
Gandalf didn't have a spell.
Take one pill.
Adderall
Take one of these pills a month.
Hey man, you should have given him a weedus or smokers. That would have calmed him down.
They've been smoking the weed. It's like look.
Nah, they were smoking tobacco.
No, if you're gonna tell me that pipe weed, they literally call it pipe weed.
Well, nah, hey, look, with the way they were eating, the way they were eating, bro,
and not gaining weight.
Hey,
and the way they've been going ham about those pipe weed. I'm telling you, that's
and then all of a sudden, like Snoop Dogg steps in, da 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 da. It's the mother effing it's the Shire. Da, 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 da.
Even Saruman says to Gandalf, like, your love of the halfling's leaf has clearly slowed your mind. Like, come on. They're not saying
was on that shroom. Like whoever, like quick break, ladies and gentlemen. I, as a fan of the Lord of the Rings, just want to say a shout out to Tolkien's shroom supplier. Your stuff was quality. You kept it clean. You didn't add no extras. You made sure it was pure.
No sticks.
You know, it was no stems, no sticks. No, it was that good. Ooh wee. Put it in that air. So shout out from me, and I'm sure for the rest of us, we just like whoever you are, you're an unsung hero, and we salute you. Both hands.
Smoke weed every day.
Both hands, because the quality that Tolkien was on point.
On sky high. Anyway, moving swiftly along. Which part do you need to get to? Is there anything you want to highlight there?
No, well, they go into the mines of Moria. Then after that, they have the fight with the orcs. Where they mash those orcs. This is when you get to see this is scaling powers, because the orcs are coming in like hard, and Aragorn and team are just like kakata kurizo kuna yaros.
You know how they came out from the thing from Brendan Fraser, The Mummy.
Yeah.
You know the scarabs, how the scarabs come out? They literally came out something like that.
Yeah.
And those guys were like, they were like everywhere, dog. Like every nook and cranny. It felt like an abandoned house, and then you move something, and then the roaches just come out of everywhere.
That time the roaches want to kill you also.
The roaches literally literally panga.
It's a roach infestation.
Imagine that roaches get panga, dog. Like those things, and they handle business. And Gandalf, I'm an old man. Gandalf was like, what up, bitch? West side?
Aye. Shire side.
From the west. This blade is from the west, bros. Feel this blade.
No, sorry, wizard side?
Wizard side?
Tanga.
No, like at some point I thought he was going to use the staff. He was just like, no, fuck this magic shit.
Yeah, no.
The staff was literally just for blocking, like block
light. It was just a lamp. It was just a lamp. It was a glorified lamp at that point in time.
Dog, that staff was just block cut. Block cow sharp.
He was like, let me show you Nguni style, Nguni breathing. You know,
it was stronger.
But I wanted to highlight something quickly before we go to that. There's a very important scene where Frodo finds out that Gollum has been following them for the last few days, and he goes speaks to Gandalf when Gandalf is having his textbook ADHD moment.
Right.
And he says it's one of I've been saying one of my favorite scenes. It's like in the top 10, one of my motivational scenes when I feel like giving up on life.
I think your top 10 has like 30 scenes.
Hey, dog. It expands every week.
Yeah. At this rate, everyone's gonna sit down and talk to me like, David, we need to talk. this is a safe space, but your Lord of the Rings top 10 isn't 10. Do you know how to count to 10? Yeah, so
We're gonna take you back to kindergarten just to make sure you know how to
I
count to
think you
10.
should just say the whole movie is a top movie. It's just.
no, I'll just say this. My top 10 is the same equals to Freeze's 5 minutes. That's all I'm going to say.
And if you watch Fast and the Furious, they actually have a scene like that where it's like it takes 4 minutes for this thing to activate, and they have a whole fight scene where they're kicking each other down the stairs. And I'm like, oh, so you guys watch Dragon Ball Z? Got you.
Yeah. So that being said, the line that when Frodo says to Gandalf, "I wish this never came to me. I wish none of this had happened," and he responds, "So do all who live to see such times, but it's not for them to decide. All we get to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us." It's before that he actually chastises Frodo to say it was pity that stayed Bilbo's hand, because many who live deserve death, and some who die deserve life. Can you give it to them? Do not be so eager to deal out death and judgment.
Boss!
That is very important because to take a life is easy compared
That
to
felt
giving
like
one.
something Black Thought would say, bro.
Then
Yeah. It was, and also it was like it also showed that he is like the grand sage of the group.
yeah,
Like he is the pillar. That's why when he doesn't know things, it's like man, it's over.
we are in trouble.
If Gandalf doesn't know,
There was a very important line he says. There are other forces at work here other than the will of evil. Bilbo was meant to find the ring, which means you are also meant to have it. And that is an encouraging thought. I don't know about encouraging, but it.
I mean, you're down and dark in the mind, and there's orcs trying to kill you. I just be like,
It's
hey,
encouraging in terms
chief,
of that
can I talk to the manager?
It's encouraging in terms that you guys, it means it's fated, meaning then you have a chance to win.
Yeah.
However, it's not encouraging because for you to win,
for you to win, it means you were chosen.
Hell that you were gonna go through in order for you to win.
Eru turned into Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Yes. I choose you.
Hey.
I choose you. What?
That's when you gotta say like Guardian Angel, the fates, anime. Whoa.
Wait.
Guys, I just wanna read my book.
It's like that meme you sent us on the group from Pokemon. Where what was it? It's one of the guys from Team Rocket. It's the dude from Team Rocket. Jamie when he throws
James whenever it was Victory Bell.
Yeah, Victory Bell. that was Frodo this entire movie.
He's been screaming like that ever since.
And remember, also since he left, he didn't also have his weed, so he was handling this like raw dog. Sober. There was no Kasalaga, there was no Nzango, there was no Shire, White Shire.
There was no Snoop double.
What's it called?
Double G.
Shire cheese. There was no Shire cheese. There was no Shire lager. This man was just raw dogging problems, dog.
Oh yeah, I just remember the scene where Rob said the white
without good food as well.
Yes,
with magic bread.
Yeah, eating bread, eating elf bread.
Which there's this whole video explaining about how magical that bread is supposed to be, but I was thinking, guys, it's still
hey dog, everything is out lapela. No matter how nice it is, it's out lapela, dog. Like everything at lapela.
From the mountains, this bread was crafted.
Hey, damn the mountains! Can we get one from the dam? Yo, can we get something different, dog?
Let's try nyan.
You know.
This is how you know black people in Lord of the Rings we'd be complaining. It's like you don't have anything else.
No. The way that's why
ayisadluli nokudlula esinkwa nje simela asidluli nokudlula jonga angikwazi nokugwinya.
You see all this is living proof that the Israelites were black when they left Egypt. Because the way they were bitching and moaning, there's no meat and there was no, Hi, Moses. Hi, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, but why?
Our
Listen,
Moses.
hi, man. Can I have some meat, nyana? Hi, Moses.
Yeah, dog.
Ao soponyana, ntanga soponyana, ifite, ntanga
Kinyako taste
ifite.
fela. Kinyako taste fela. Ah, mun.
I
Ifite fela mushe
Oh,
ifite ntanga mani mona ntanga ntanga
oh,
ifite.
the Lord,
Ake gonya mathe a
yeah,
blokile.
God, look at your people.
It's like that's why he gave him a stick. Back, you fool.
Bah, bah.
Ole betha.
Anyway, getting back to this, yeah, no, that was a dope moment, and then we also get a shot of Gollum. We don't get to really see Gollum in this.
We
We get to
see
see
his
him get
eyes.
tortured for like
Yes.
2 seconds, which was harrowing. That was harrowing. So yeah, then we get to
Seconds.
see.
And then when you hear
Sire.
he was tortured for what? Like for a while. How long was it
Yeah,
again?
they said I don't know how long they had him tortured. But amidst the screaming and inane babble, they discerned only two words: Shire Baggins.
Yeah. That shows you also how strong the ring had him. This dude did not want to give it up.
Yeah,
He was because I'm that guy, bro. Like you don't even take out the knives. You'll be like, Mr. Mlambo, you gonna tell us the 5532770?
no, like dog, I'd be at the dentist and I'd be like, yo, if I was ever under, like if I was ever tortured, like yeah, is snitches get stitches, call the doctor. Because,
Dog, the guy's not even gonna. He's literally gonna be like, "You gonna tell me what I need?" While he's still going to his bag for his tools, I'm like, "It's 55532." You go there to Buckmeister's house. If you turn the corner right there, like, dog,
Shot left.
I'm spilling everything.
hey, when
Whoop.
like, bruh, they can just poke me with a stern finger. Hey, dog, I'll give you what you need to know.
Yeah.
I'll be that dude from the first Transformers. What's
I'm a virgin, man.
And then I'll blame it on low blood sugar. Zuko, you snitched. I had low blood sugar, dog. I had to
You
eat all
ate the
day.
entire
That's
tray
why I
of
can't be a gangster, dog. If you
of.
ever wanted me to like hold secrets, sorry, chief. Ah, yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Why not you just be the spokesperson? If you're in a gang, you just be the team mascot.
I'm
Like,
never there when the crimes are committed. I'm just in
you're
the
never
Mm-mm.
picture.
there.
I'll be
Like,
like, no, me, I was at the house. Baba, they
yeah,
just
no,
said but they're going to the
you be the
corner.
guy.
Nakakile sharp. I wish
You be
them
the guy
luck.
going on like, no, our gang is a family. We're together. We just share positive vibes, jiggy jiggy. Later that night,
Eh,
when I
but
get
yeah,
this on your Twitter, they're busy doing a cash and transit heist. We're just together. We just chill.
This is gonna be me because I'll be because I'll hey Batum, Buck can hold a gun.
eh,
Ah, can I say yeah, Baka can tell Yo, I didn't know. Oh man, like Tebello was blowing things up. This man no what's the bomb man. Ah, the man. He's lying to me, Kantiso. He's lying to you. He's lying to you. He's lying to me. We are both being lied to here, my man. I was just chilling. We were watching cartoons, bro. We were watching X-Men. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Some of them no gang or anything.
yeah, yeah, so quick, dog. Switched up so fast.
Zero.
Like,
Anyway,
anyway.
okay, so the orcs fight. The Gandalf shows them the holy smackdown along with other. This was the most protagonistic fight, even though there was so many lovely jump scares, like the troll looking for Frodo. Frodo, do something for the love of God. I know. Remember that argument.
I just wish he stabbed the thing in the eye. Like, just try.
No, he nicked it on the hand because
Uh,
it grabbed him. He was
but
upside
I'm saying,
down.
like, doesn't like when it came around the corner, I was just like, dog, just go for it. Just
Yeah,
maybe see what happens.
and
Zamantanga.
then the troll gave Aragorn the biggest backhand of his life. That clap was just epic.
Aragon took that.
Pooh! Like,
Tang.
you're supposed to be dead, but you know what? You're going to be king, so I can't let you die right now.
That gave me. I forgot the chicken. The
Yeah.
chicken flashbacks, bro.
Oh Lord.
Then the troll dies. They run, and then they are surrounded by all these orcs.
Okay, shout out to Gandalf's knees. Those knees are some of the strongest knees in all of Middle Earth. When I
Yes.
was huffing it, you saying Gandalf.
And give me shout out to the
Haile Gabriel Selassie Gandalf. Because that man was distances. He was pushing distances, bro.
Hey, man.
Gandalf got some Kenyan in him, man. He got some. Actually, all of these dudes got some Kenyan in them, man.
Yeah.
Just
And then shout out to Gimli wanting to keep fighting against 800,000 orcs that have surrounded them. And like, you know what? Still, I can do this all day.
Hey, bro, we ain't trying to join your family.
This is Moria.
And then the light shines at the back there. You just see a roar, and all the goblins take off. And Gandalf has got the PTSD like heck. Like, oh crap! What is this new form of terminology?
No, he's just like Haruman.
Yeah, and then like this is a Balrog. This creature's beyond any of you. Run! And then Aragorn, for some reason, thought he could fight it. Like, no, swords are no use here. Then we have the most. Then we have the. Okay. Remember, I was busy player hating on Legolas and his archery skills in the second movie, where that arrow was going 10,000 miles per hour across an entire valley, shooting down a dog and a man and his dog.
Oh.
This scene here is just as bad because it's the middle of they're in the dark.
He has a dojutsu, Chief. He has a dojutsu.
I think that is some Sharingan. That is some Sharingan level stuff. Like, hey, not only does he shoot, he just shoots these arrows, and then he says, okay, you know what, I got this. Pow! The arrow, boom! None of arrows.
At some point, I just wanted Aragorn to just hand his arrows to Legolas. It's like, Chief, stop trying.
Yeah, like, you know what, you can do it. Because Legolas was trying to shoot them, but they were ducking and diving, but not with Legolas. Legolas, like, you know what, if they duck, they're going to go that direction, so I want to make sure the arrow kills this and the last one.
Like, for 2 seconds, he came out of Most Wanted. He was curving the arrows.
Yes, what?
Actually, yeah, Legolas had a Kenke Genkai.
Yeah. He was Itachi level arrow throwing no jutsu.
You're not dealing with the average archer anymore. Oh. He has ascended to a level of legend.
The lesson that you fear. Anyway, cut to the bridge scene. This scene right here.
Hey.
And we need to talk about.
You shall not pass.
The meme of memes.
See?
My favorite one was this teacher, what is going to be the things of the exam? You shall not pass.
Oh wow, that's cold.
The worst one was when they meshed between Lord of the Rings and the Fifth Element. They're like, you shall not pass, and then they show Lilo, multipass. You shall pass.
I've only seen scenes from Fifth Element.
You have not seen Fifth Element?
No, I haven't. I've only seen like a couple of scenes from there.
Oh, we are watching that come my birthday. We are definitely watching that movie. That's
quick tangent. So Fifth Element there was a point in time it was my white whale. Every time I'd sit down to watch that movie, something would come up. Either my mom would want to watch something, my grandma would want to watch something, and I'd have to change, or the homies would come through and we'd have to leave, or I would find it, either I'd find it like literally the last 2 minutes, or as it's about to start, and like maybe it's playing tonight, but then I'm out with the homies. I was like, there was a point in time for a good 6 years, this movie I just could not watch. It eluded me until finally. And then there was this one time a homie had it on his laptop. I watched it, and then halfway through, I didn't want to play anymore. Like I was cursed. I got it on CD, and it played, and then it scratched. The CD scratched.
That would be my villain origin story right there.
There was a point in time this movie just it refused to be watched by me, bruv. Till finally, I don't know what happened. I was home. ETV did what ETV does and plays a movie 150 million times. And I managed to, and I was sitting at home. There was no S coming. There was no, please change, I want to watch the news. like nothing. I managed to finish this movie. Like I
The
swear,
la-
this was me every time. Like I was like, okay,
the last piece when the credits rolled up, there must have been tears in your eyes.
tears, not dude. It was relief. I
You
felt like
know,
I just paid
yeah.
off my final amount on my Foschini account.
It's one of those moments where once you've done that, like you're feeling scared that God might want to take you back, and like you fulfilled your purpose. It is time to come back. Like,
No,
what has
like
happened?
yo,
Am I gonna die?
no guys, like that movie eluded me. Like, and I'm not talking like 1 year. I'm talking years, bruh. I'm talking from when it played on ETV
Mm-hmm.
till when we discovered downloading, till when we
Yeah.
discovered the DVD writing on DVD discs.
So Mona, it was your fellowship, Mus.
Hey, Tanga, this was my fellowship. Tanga, this was hey, dog. I finally went to Mount Doom and put that thing in there. Bruh. Like yo,
Yeah.
It's like Fifth Element said, "You shall not watch."
What?
hey, it said it, Tanga. It said it. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Okay, where were we?
From the flames of Bruce
Oh,
Willis.
I was like trying to. We had lost. We got into a tangent here. I forgot where my train of
Yeah.
thought.
Okay. Back
We
Uh,
from
shall
the
not
tangent.
pass.
Oh,
That's
we
where
shall
we're
not
at
We
right
pass.
shall
now.
not
Yes. Okay.
pass.
Yeah. Gandalf says the epic lines: "I am the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flames of Arno. The dark fire shall not avail you, flame of Udun." And I wanted to highlight in context law here. The flame of Arno basically is referring to the light of the sun, also known as the true light, because even the sun itself, according to mythology, the legendarium, I guess, is a reflection of the light of the two trees, which is a reflection of the light of Eru.
So it just
And
mirrors up in hymns.
yeah, no, Tolkien, whenever he designed this universe, he designed it to show the winding down of the purest source. Yet, even in its diluted sense, the light still has power over the dark, because we've got the light of Eru, we've got the Silmarils, which have the same light,
Mm-hmm.
and then from that light, Galadriel gives her that little vial with the light of Erendil, our most beloved star, which is still a reflection of of those lights, and see the damage it did. So it's all as a reflection of, even if it's filtered down over the ages, the light still has power. Is the message, the underlying message that he's trying to carry through?
Tolkien should have been in charge of ESCOM.
Very same. And the other line,
No.
and then the other line, he says, "The dark fire will not avail you, flame of Udun." Udun was basically the fire of the first Dark Lord, Malkor,
Uh,
who Melkor's biggest issue was he wanted to become God. It sounds familiar. It should. So
Rest nice.
he wanted
Ihulu simna.
he wanted the flame imperishable, the spirit that gives life to all things. So he could not attain it because it belonged to Eru. So he decided to make an approximation of it by splitting his own will into every single evil abomination he made. And part of the thing, so for everything that good thing that the Vala and God created, Melkor has made an insult of it. So the light of Arn's insult is basically the flames of Udun. Just as
Damn.
the orcs are the insults to the elves and the trolls, the big trolls,
How big is this book? Woof.
1,100 pages. That's just a lot of the rings. We forgot. Look. There's so many others. We've got the Silmarillion. We've got the Children of Húrin. We've got the. Oh yeah, I could go on.
Wait,
I could go
I
on.
thought it was just The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings.
Oh no, there's so many. There are so many.
Hey, Tolkien was writing.
Yeah, and some of them were finished by his son. Like the Silmarillion was started by Tolkien, I believe, and I think he may have finished it. The Children of Húrin was finished by Christopher Tolkien, his son. He just took up the mantle and just like pieced up everything, because there were thousands of pages left to this thing. That man was busy.
Shout out to the Shroom man.
Yeah, and I was saying that trolls were an insult to the ants. Funny enough.
Hey,
That's why you see these ants are extremely strong, they're stronger than the trolls. If the troll went up to an ant, the troll will literally get ripped in half.
Do 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 do. Mortal entry. Do 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 do.
Which brings up to the big funny enough the story about it is like the strength of the ants was never meant for combat. It was meant for helping plants grow and building things. So were the elves, so were everything. Their power was just to be good. Yet they overpower the insults that they were created to mock them by simply being themselves. Sounds familiar?
Message.
Message.
Anyway, just basically the moral of the story is by you being a good person, you're outclassing every single evil dictator, mass murderer, person who's created great harm of mankind. You being a good person does more damage to those type of people than you can possibly imagine. You as you are right now are enough. Pat yourself in the back. Last moment of the day. Anyway, then they have the duel. Then Gandalf goes Super Saiyan. The
No, it looked like the Balrog was like, I seem to have made a grave mistake here.
no. I like this part because like you cannot pass, and then the Balrog gets up and like, watch me power up, and I'm like, listen, I don't care about you. Gonna like F yeah, screw you. Oh, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you flame, the way that you serve.
It was playing bitch please. Bitch please.
No, like it turned
Your
into
flames ain't
it
shit
turned
to
into like they should
me.
have started playing like the music when Goku was going Super Saiyan. You won't get away with this. Dun. Okay, well that's Vegeta, but it fits anyway. Do 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 do
Na 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 na.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Nah, because Balrog was just like, am I hearing boss music? Like something is off here.
I'm like, if I was the Balrog, I was like, okay, it's time to go. I mean, my flaming molten lava sword was smashed to smithereens by a big ball of light. So, okay, cool. You shall not pass. Thanks. Bye.
By a glorified candlestick.
Where are you going? Then Gandalf is like, where are you going?
I'm going home.
Gonna take a nap. I wasn't built for this mess. Like, yeah. Do I look like?
It's like it's like Gandalf turned into John Wick. Like this, like the Balrog was calling his boss, like, boss, you didn't tell me Gandalf was here.
Where is this person?
Gandalf, yo, ntangahadi ne, ngizokhumbula ne. Ungawari ngizokhumbula sikhokho sami.
Then he falls into Gandalf falls along with
fly you fools,
and hey, the battle begins. And
that was so sad because
the lowest point of the movie, I was distraught
because like he whooped his ass and then the dude was gone, and then you do that, and then you do that little you hold it, and then you're like, whoo, Gandalf, while you still going like Gandalf, you so gangster. What's that now? Let's go together.
Strange transition.
Boom, and then Gandalf, and also Gandalf, then he does the whole, the heroic death thing, like, be good, my children.
But instead of saying something peaceful like, I love you all or something, fly the door.
So Gandalf is gone, and then I like the way, like, did you hear the way, like, the accent, Frodo? Yes. The way he said Gandalf in comparison to the rest of the people. I don't know, like, my ear liked it.
He screamed it at that point. No!
Yeah, because everybody was like, Gandalf. He was like Gandalf or something. Like the way he said it was like Gandalf.
Fun fact: it means Wonder Elf. But anyway,
it means what? Wand elf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the humans mistakenly thought that he's an elf with a wand, so he's got a stick. stick wielding elf. So that's what they thought. And there are other names. All the names have different meanings. Like Saruman means he of many skills.
Oh, he was skilled, that dude. Dog.
Yeah.
That was an
And then-
engineer. He was like building weapons. He was like a smith. Like he was a strategist. He was
He could open the cipher.
dog. That dude was Da Vinci, man. He was like the Da Vinci of his time, bro. He did it all.
So what else did he say? There are so many lines. Then there's the other name. Then there's Gandalf Stormcrow. That's an insult. Then Gandalf's Greyhame. Basically, he always dressed in grey. But then the other names, the name the elves gave him was Mithrandir, which means Grey Pilgrim, because it always seems to be on a pilgrimage. So that's
Gandalf walks
with me, which makes sense because
Gandalf walks.
Can you point to where Gandalf's home is?
In the Shire, elves. Gandalf walks with us.
You know. Someone put a very important question. Where's Gandalf's home?
He belongs to the streets.
Literally, he's a hobo.
Gandalf necessities, simple mother necessities. Forget about your worries and your strifes. I mean, bare necessities.
Gandalf necessities. I mean, look, if Gandalf got a pipe, you got a horse, he's good.
He's good.
I mean, he can basically make magic, so he can live wherever he wants.
So we get to the scene. Then shout out to Legolas into Aragorn immediately leveling up. It's like, okay, I need to take him out of this group, otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. Like, get them up. They need to go. We need to get up. We need to get moving. And what's his name? Give them a moment for pity's sake. Like, by nightfall, this hills will be swarming with orcs. You need to get to cover. We'll get them cry, but right now we need to keep running.
And saying, I want back. No time to cry, Baba.
Yeah.
No, I wonder if Gimli was like, how does it feel?
Then they eventually get to the North Lorien, and they get introduced to arrows pointing to their faces. Especially after Gimli says, "Stay close, young hobbits." They say a powerful elf lives in these woods, a terrifying elf witch of horrifying power. All who look upon her fall under her spell. Like, oh, shame. Frodo's already getting an SMS, a mental SMS.
She like, it's like basically they should have dun ziggity
Frodo, you bring great evil here.
To me, my fellowship.
You're coming here as the footsteps of doom. You bring great evil here, Ringbearer. And then this guy's like, there's one dwarf she wants it so easily. I've got the eyes of a I've got the ears of a fox and the eyes of a hawk, and then arrows, cling, cling, cling. And then they did the whole counter arrow jutsu on Legolas. That was so sad.
Yes, sir.
Like, you saw me, but did you see your comrade? Like, which comrade? Ding! Like, which also makes me feel like, okay, from a real life perspective, that's a drawn, pointed arrow on your face. If one of those actors had like, whoops.
Was it real arrows?
What is real arrows?
Do those arrows look like props to you?
Well, there's not supposed to look like props.
Filmmakers, guys, like, this is the same stuff Michael Bay was doing where he was using real explosions. CGI exists for a reason.
Nonsense.
Like, come on.
I must feel the
He was using cars. Hey, Michael Bay, you'll find out the movie cost actually 10 mil, but it was 30 mil because he was blown of the explosions.
Whenever Michael Bay releases a movie, the military budget suffers because he's busy buying explosives from them. Oh
he's
no.
he's the
He's
danger
stimulating the
of
GPP,
he's the
man.
danger of filmmakers.
No,
Actually,
no. If you
is an explosion.
yeah,
Cuts.
cuts, boom, cuts,
Like
and then in this scene we shall
there's
have
no oxygen in
cuts.
space. There's no oxygen in space. There's no way that explosion can
Like,
happen.
Have you met me?
like no, 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 no.
I am Michael
Michael,
Bay.
Michael, no, Michael, no, Michael, I'm warning you. Michael, stop! Cuts.
Oh my gosh. Why are you using real arrows? Good God. People could have died on this end.
Anyway, that being said, nobody thankfully died, and the dwarf breathed so loud we could have shot him in the dark is a very funny line. And we have this big request for protection. Like, these wolves are perilous, they should head back. And like, you've entered the woods of the Lady of the Realm. You cannot go back. Oh no, you've entered the realm of the Lady of the Woods. We cannot go back. Come, she is waiting. Dramatic headline.
Get over here.
Dog, the
No,
elves
the elves are
were supermodels, dog. The elves were just on some like
people like saying
maybe
that.
maybe it's Lothlorien.
Yeah, maybe he's born with it. Maybe
maybe it's born with
Lothlorien.
it. Maybe it's elven.
Maybe Lothlorien.
And then the elves were the baddies of the show, bro. Like everything they did was so dramatic.
People are busy saying that the dwarves were dramatic. Nothing comes close to the elves. They're like so elegant. Everything is so overdone. Like they had years.
They lived in the forest and they were the
Dog,
cleanest
are
people
you
ever.
walking on your tippy toes? Why? We're just having a meeting. I'm an elf.
You know?
Hey, Dan, let's think about this. They lived in a forest
And
and they were clean.
cleaner than everyone
They
else.
were cleaner than everyone there.
There were these people who went through mountains and stuff, and they were like on the edge of a forest, and like, look at that gorgeous.
Not even a leaf. A leaf.
That's like dog. They don't walk. They glide.
Yeah,
Not even pollen. They didn't even have pollen on them.
leaves or anything.
Okay,
No.
let's go.
Then they meet the most over disjointed power couple known to man, because there comes Lord Carabon the Wise, who would be like, everybody in Elfland would say, yeah, he's a very wise man, great, not for his wife.
I even forgot that bra was there, to be honest.
It's that I hear that they were set out from Rivendell. Tell me, where is Gandalf? For I must desire to speak with him. And the wife had to wait until can you just warn the husband before he starts speaking? Like, baby, something happened to Gandalf, okay? So that's a bit sad and shit. So I can't give you that answer right now.
But then why was if that's her husband, why was Gimli spitting game like right in front of the husband?
Because dwarves don't give
Yeah.
Dwarf life.
You may be all about that elf life, but have you ever had a dwarf?
I'm already down there. You know what I'm saying?
Once you go short, you never go tall.
Yes, I wonder how that feels like.
We don't have to bend. As soon as we get in there, we in there. In there like swimwear.
You know.
I'm not gonna
tumbling like Simone Biles, dog. Tumbling like Simone Biles.
I'm not taking the bait. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let the short people speak for themselves.
Marawena,
Yes, you tallest.
Yes.
Hey, there's a high difference in my relationship too. So don't. I'm not complaining. I'm definitely down with the dwarves. Like, yeah, he's absolutely right.
Down with the dwarves.
We of the short community are not impressed with your comments. We have consulted the short council.
Council. We approve missile strike on the tall one.
Target cannot miss.
Literally that lumbering tree over there. Yeah, that one, yes.
No,
Okay.
but you can't kill Tebello because you'd also be killing me because somehow we're connected.
So that's how I survive. So I,
Kana,
so I pulled an iPhone like that.
you are those
You were
twins
there when
from
I was
thingy.
born. You were
Yes.
there when I was born. I was there when they named you.
Yes.
You like those twins from Hellboy.
All of 2 years old or something.
Oh God.
Anyway, that being said, Galadriel takes over the conversation. Like, do not let your hearts be troubled. While giving the Boromir the most sickest side-eye known to man. Because like,
Bombastic.
Boromir, like the quest lands upon an edge of a knife. Stray but a little and it will fail. To the ruin of all.
No, like she's the
Dum,
worst
dum,
motivational
dum.
speaker. Like you just wanted to be like, she, where did you get your training from, Galadriel?
And
Like you
then,
don't inspire hope, you inspire fear.
no, she's grandma. You see, the power couple. You see, Grandpa Gandalf is the nice grandpa that everyone feels inspired and hopeful for. She's the tough love grandma. It's like, when I Emma, I could tell everyone, get up and wash those dishes. Do you hear me, young man?
Bah,
Somebody's going. Somebody's tough.
bah,
Yeah.
why?
Gandalf, you're too busy spoiling these people. Look at them.
Hmm. So after the bad speech,
And now, like the way she stares poor Boromir to death. And they're like, do not let your heart be tough. Oh, yet hope remains. She looks at Sam with the most kindest eyes. Oh, you sweet thing. I love you so much. You
this
could
is the
tell,
goat.
you could
She
tell
That's
that
why
knew.
the goat.
you could tell that
She
Sam
saw the
was
future goat.
that times where you know a parent has a favorite child. They're not supposed to, but you can tell. At that point in time, you just saw Sam was the favorite child. Like, yet hope remains, while company remains true. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Tonight you shall rest well. And then it's like, another SMS to Frodo. Welcome, Frodo Baggins. One who has seen the eye. Like,
That's what I'm
this
saying.
this
Like,
one
yo,
he needs a little more trauma, this one. That's such
I was like, Galadriel, if the job is to get Frodo to believe he can do this, I don't know if that's the way to do this.
Mhm.
Like she's not calming him down. She's not saying giving him some inspiration. She's just like Entang, Ushubi.
No,
Like I
like,
know Ushubi. That's all. Like I just saw Gandalf die. I know Ushubi.
Yeah, but I don't think you know how bad it
I
is.
need the Lulu right now. The Lulu is the Sululu. You need to tell me it's gonna be all right.
Then we have that beautiful lamented Gandalf. I recited the lyrics before. You'll find the lyrics and look it up. The lyrics are everywhere. It's just that a very painful lament, which if I were to start reciting it now, I'll burst into tears. So
Okay.
yeah, like that song says, "Big boys don't cry."
Siakal. Siakal.
Step
Yo.
by step, heart to heart, in the Shire, we all fall down tunnels while
you,
fighting Balrogs.
you know, and what's his name? Oh, Galadriel wakes Frodo up with the power of magic, and then they have this wonderful
Bruh,
dialogue.
she was on Frodo.
I
I was
wish
like,
I
bruh, I can't
think
even sleep.
that's my one thing about this thing. I
Mhm.
wish they had like basic magic and then higher grade magic because the magic feels so haphazard. Like now I can use magic, now I can't use magic, so you because if they at least said like yes I can make a fire and some light,
Mm.
but when it comes to the big stuff I would need the horn of a
Mm.
unicorn and the toe of a thing. Then
Mm.
you know, okay, you can't use the big spell because of that.
Mm.
But now here you'll be like using a spell to save someone, and then the next time you're not using that spell. So like it was
It's
very.
it's
I think
It's
that's
a
the
very
only.
soft power. It's a very soft magic system.
yeah, that's the thing about
Yeah, like you don't understand. Is it like magic is there, but it's not really.
mm.
You know.
It's almost intertwined with skill. That's the
Yeah, it's kind of like
so
and also it doesn't feel like a particular person type of thing, like you need to be born with the magic and they are born with the magic and they can use the magic. We are magical because we can live long, but we don't have magic type of thing. It just felt very haphazard. Like that's probably my biggest complaint about the movie, like that.
But in your complaint, you just defined how the magic works.
Like, yeah, I'm saying I think it's by design. Like, I think Tolkien didn't explain.
It's by design.
Okay, then I guess then I just needed a clear explanation because I've watched this movie.
We're of the school of anime. We're of the school of anime. Like when with anime, you get a hard set rules that they decide to break later. But like,
or you just some basic thing. But like I said, I've watched this movie over like all three of them.
But I'm saying I think
minimum
with
5
a lot
times.
but I'm saying I think with a lot of European fantasy, it's kind of like that. Because I mean, even with Harry Potter, now I don't understand how that magic system works.
It doesn't.
Like all of a sudden you can do killing curses and then nobody's using killing curses. No, and then what happens is that the wands kind of turn into guns, but you have the power to like unravel people on a molecular level sometimes, or you can shoot lightning. Like it's like I don't know how it works. I don't know which spells you chant and which spells you don't, because at some point they're not chanting spells. They're just choo 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 choo. So I think a lot with very European centric like medieval things, like the magic system is there, but it's not there to be defined. It's like there to serve the story. Whereas when you get to like anime and everything, they're like, these are the defined rules. You need chakra to do Rasengans. No chakra, no Rasengan.
Yeah.
And I just also wanted to highlight to the elves, especially to the elves that came from Valinor, they are so magical because in terms of, it's the same way as if we were to take a computer and go back 100 years ago, the computer would look like magic, To them, it's technology so much. Not so much like, oh wow, it's
okay.
So it's like Thor 1 where it looks like magic, and then the MCU actually decides they have magic. But anyway,
but then they say it's programming or whatever something. So they acquired the skills to do all these extraordinary feats over the very long lifetimes because they're chilling with demigods, and then they're coming back to Middle Earth and shit went crazy, and now they have to go back. And then Frodo wants, for the last time, he offers to give away the ring. Oh no, second last time. For the second last time, he offers to give away the ring. And
Galadriel has mastered the standing jump scare. I didn't know you could do that.
Like I do not deny that my heart has desired this. And then, in place of a dark lord, you would have a queen.
It's like, wait, what?
Not dark, but beautiful.
I swear, if you broke out into song, I wouldn't have been surprised at that.
No, but like what I'm saying is like I don't understand what you're trying to do here, Galadriel, because I'm like, if you're trying to like motivate this guy, what is it to scare him half to death?
What are the
no, but
again?
Remember, even like from Gandalf, everybody's just been scaring the crap out of Frodo about this thing.
Dog.
Like no one has literally just said if Frodo.
If Frodo started talking like if Frodo started talking like Shaggy from Scooby Doo, I wouldn't have blamed him. Like, come on, man!
Like no one said like Frodo, you could. No one said like Frodo, we believe in you, we can do this. Everyone was like, Frodo, you're the only one who can do this, so you gotta do this. Like if you don't do this, we fucked. Like no one said like we believe in you.
No pressure, but if you don't score this goal.
He needed Naruto, dog. He needed Naruto to do. Frodo, you are my friend.
None of that. It was if Frodo, if you don't do
this. Why is Sam such a goat? Because he was the only one who was encouraging him. He was like, "You can do this, Mr. Frodo. I believe in you. Come on, Mr. Frodo.
Sam
You got this, Mr. Frodo."
The only one who saw the craziness of this thing is like, just a kid. I grew up with him. He did. Do you know he's afraid of rats?
Yo, nah, man. Ish.
Like, bro has never been in a fight in his life.
Shout out to my homie Sam, dog. Shout out to my homie Sam.
When Homie was bullied at school, I was the one watching his back. Come on, are you sure? You understand him by himself?
Actually, at the end of the movie, like Sam should have been like Lord Sam or something, man. Like dog, that homie should have been two-stepping
The
everywhere he
Spider
wanted to go,
Slayer.
bruh.
That's why he was mayor for the Shire for like 9 times. For 9 times, they kept on electing him. Like, you know what? We're gonna amend the constitution. I can only serve 2 times, not when you've held the ring of power.
Not when you
Like
fought a spider, chief.
You fought a
dog,
gigantic, ugliest spider. Who else?
1v1, dog.
You know, the,
and he went in, dog. Like he was like, and remember, he's got no training. This was all hot, dog. This was all hot.
you know.
No. I believe he had hand, bro. He was making maneuvers there. Something was going down somewhere.
Exactly, his heart was kicking in that
Like,
instinct.
like at some point, he like super chin kicked the spider. I was like, hey, man, don't tell me you're a ninja now. All of a sudden,
no, he's not a ninja. He just watched some WWE, man.
Him and he steps on his face.
He's just a fan of Shawn Michaels, you know.
You know.
I'm just a sexy hobbit. Sexy hobbit. I'm not a boy hobbit. Boy hobbit. I'm just a sexy hobbit. Sexy hobbit.
You know, we need to make a podcast about wrestling one of these days.
By God. Okay.
Anyway, hi.
Back to the story at hand.
One of the words that Galadriel says, in place of a dark lord, you would have a queen.
Not dark, but beautiful.
Not dark, but beautiful and treacherous is the dawn. Stronger than no, not dark, but beautiful and terrible as the dawn. Treacherous is the sea, stronger than the foundations of the earth. All shall love me and despair. Like, go.
God damn.
I was like, just if you want to say no,
you know,
say no.
Hey, but in this movie, like nothing was just no.
You know,
it was. Well, I have pondered the circumstances of the circumference of the Pythagoras of the triangle, and I have come to the conclusion of the thing. No.
Yeah, but Zuko, like telling me that is fine. Why is there lightning and the sky is dark and purple and you're turning into a ghost and like the earth is shaking? You will have a queen. Okay, I get it. I can't give this thing to anybody. Fine. No.
It's called drama. No, you know what happened, eh? She just finished watching Generations and the drama was on fire, so she was feeling it.
So. What else does he say again? Or even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
Like, that was the nicest thing she said. And I was like, just say that. I don't know what this Dark Queen business was about.
Because he Frodo leveled up with it, like, then I know what I must do. It's just that I'm afraid to do it. Like, okay, no, don't say. And then Jiggy we get to Saruman. We forgot it for a moment, and then, do you know how the elves came to be? There were elves once. I would be so pissed. So I could have been beautiful with long flowing hair.
I could have been gliding.
No dust. I could have been walking like I'm Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk.
Then I was taken by the dark powers.
They got turned into Thriller. Dum 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 dum.
Perfected my fighting Uruk-hai. Whom do you serve?
It's the Uruk-hai. We gonna kill us some elves.
Tebello, can you please share your pose with us?
No, Shane, I've been trying to recommend, like, hey guys, whenever I see my doctors, like guys, just look. Trust me, you don't need to consult.
I get you.
I'm just don't worry. All this podcast is just me compiling evidence so that.
You know how far we're supposed to be? We're supposed to be like where Boromir and them are fighting already, right?
So,
anyway. God. Okay. Did Boromir try to take the ring already?
No, not yet. Right now, it happens after how Saruman is busy starting a cult because everybody wanted to take the right hand. They're getting Slaney the spirit for some reaon. Did you see them whenever they put a hand?
Hey, dog. Hey, dog.
Bushuri was taking notes, dog. Bushuri was taking notes. Like,
started talking in tongues, chief. Like, that's how. Yeah.
Okay, what's the other and then okay,
Bushuri the cinema.
Shibaraha, shibaraha,
Shibra shrim shim shibra shrim.
shibaraha,
Hashim shibra rasata shim shim sharat shim. And
Ah,
then
there you go.
Saruman. We're gonna have to remix
Mama
Saruman.
say, Mama sa, Mama
Sasar.
kusa. Mama say,
Yeah, yeah,
Mama
yeah.
sa, Mama kusa.
That's Ed Mosa Sasar Sharu Saru Sa. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I got it. Okay, stop.
And became a millionaire.
Yeah. So
bow
then
till I fall, I done did it for y'all.
you
Bow
do
till I
not.
fall, I done stole it from y'all.
Okay, Kai.
Then someone is busy saying you do not know fear, you do not know pain, you will taste man flesh. It sounds so weird.
But the other thing is, Saruman, bro, I don't think they understood the assignment. Because when we get to those other movies, all they do is run. You will not
The,
know fear, you will not know pain. Oh, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli said otherwise.
no, he took it personally, and I took it
So
personally.
you have chosen death.
You know,
I feel like one of them should have said that to the orcs. But
yeah.
anyway, moving on. Yeah,
Then they go running out of eyes in the guard, which looks like a proper mess now. Nothing
yeah.
left. And I love that shot where you just see them running out and just see the lawn is gone. Remember, there was such a lush, lean lawn and trees. Gone. Anyway, then goodbye, Frodo Baggins. I give you the Light of Elendil and all that other stuff. And in the extended edition, Galadriel gives Gimli 3 strands of her hair, which is so significant it mind boggles. Go read the books, you'll not understand why. Because the fact that she gave the dwarf 3 strands of her hair, where she
And
could,
like, I'm just like, was her husband just like, yo, Galadriel, what the hell is that?
And also, isn't that like a back in the day? That was like a photo type of thing, like here's my photo. Let
yeah,
me
some
protect you as you go off to war type of vibe.
it was kind of like that. No,
Like,
and
like Gimli had game. He was just like, you can dish this other way. You can dish this. We good. Come
You
on, hey
know, you know
baby.
while you're standing, you can sit on it, right?
you know, I'm moving on from this. And I wanted to say the significance was that in a very back in the first age, before the first age actually, uh, her I want to say uncle, yeah, her uncle Fëanor, the one who made the Silmarils and basically screwed the whole universe, oh, the
Mm-hmm.
world. Uh, he saw the light shining from her hair and he liked it so much that he asked for a strand of her hair. And when she saw this man, he just saw a scrub and said, There's some, he got some issues deep down inside. Because Galadriel can perceive the truth out of people very quickly. It's just like, yeah, people like you, but I can see you're a walking mess. I don't want nothing to do with you. So he asked her 3 times for a strand of her hair. She said no 3 times, and out of frustration, he created these gems that basically ended up screwing the world.
He's her uncle, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if you know about uncles,
Yeah,
there's good ones, and then there's
there's
those
always that
ones.
one. There's always that one relative in the family.
Can't
Anyway,
sit on his lap. But anyway, moving on.
moving on.
He will rise you up.
So, so later on, with upon seeing the mess the world was, she came to regret the fact that if she just given him the one damn strand of hair, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Marsakulate, Musman.
Yeah. So when someone else walked up a dwarf, by the way, there's beef between the elves and the dwarfs, and the dwarf that had the audacity to ask her for some hair, for a strand of her hair, she decided, you know what? I know how this story ends up. They're not gonna get 1 strand; they're gonna get 3.
No wonder Gimli was bodying like swaths and swaths of orcs.
Yeah. But after that,
He got a stat boost of like 50.
And
you know,
he was like, every time he goes to war, he was just on some like masish.
you know, and then Legolas for some reason using his elf powers can detect the Rayatsu of the orcs coming for them because he's the only one who's like,
Hey dog,
I sense something.
like Legolas was doing that thing like these ears are not for show.
You know?
Like I hear you. I hear you from like I heard you when you woke up this morning, bro. Like don't even come.
As for Aragorn, the biggest blunder, no, we'll cross the river afterwards. Oh, look at this bigger statue of my family, my ancient relatives. They had money, they had skills. Do you see how big those statues are?
This was Aragorn's family.
But also,
I get money. I get money. I
get money. Come on.
I was like,
We
I
did it.
run I run Mordor.
you know,
I'm
I run
Usador.
Gondor.
Eh?
I get money, money.
guys, Kai, hi,
You're about to go on, hey?
we're extra loopy today.
Oh man, we literally supposed to be because
It's almost 10. Like, isn't it?
yeah, and the amount we're covering is not that much, but like
Yeah,
the way we are just
Oh God, sorry.
then
Okay, let's focus.
we get to
We
the
can
river
do this,
scene.
team.
Boromir decides to try and see if he's got risk game on Frodo, and Frodo was like, "Nah, Mr. Boromir, don't you see?
Mr. Baromir.
That's a bad touch, though. No, don't you dare. No,
Why you touching me, Mr. Baromir?
Boromir, don't you see my man over there,
Can't
Samus
touch this.
Gandhi?" And then he goes
Ring
crazy.
time. Oh.
Okay. Kai. Sorry, Kai. Kai.
Guys, we are tired. It's a Friday. And some of us have got videos to edit afterwards, so I can see what I'm saying. But I'm strong, eh?
Okay, yeah. I think he tries to grab the ring. Frodo runs, and then credit to Boromir. Boromir's whole family outside of his father is just family redemption. Like that's their whole. Like I don't know. Apparently, their mama must have planted the seed, the genetic seed of family redemption.
Do you know?
Nah, but also it's the good in us, when you do something wrong and you realize it, and then you try and change it.
You try and fix
You try and do something about it. You just don't say like, "Oh no, I'm evil, I'm bad. Oh well, it's just the way I am."
Yeah,
You're like, "No, okay, what I did there
was
was out
messed
of
up.
character. It is, yes, a part of me because I am both good and bad. However, I just want to let my little light shine. Let it shine, let it shine,
It's not
let
Sunday,
it
Zuko.
shine."
Zuko, assistant Taha, none of this little light of my thing. It's okay. Yeah.
Wow. Listen to this hater. You gonna hate on a little light? You're not gonna let the little
I
light
hate the way
shine?
that you light. I hate the way that
Yeah.
you shine. I hate the way.
That song
Are
is
you the
bringing
darkness, Tebello? Is that who you
song.
are?
That song
Are you
is
the darkness, Tebello? Are you the shadow?
that
Are you the
song is
shade?
that song is bringing me Catholic trauma. I went to a Catholic. I went to a
Oh,
Catholic
Catholic school.
primary and high school. When I hear that song, all I'm just seeing is the nuns, the Catholic teacher, the principals, they just
I
come
swear, the
flooding
first
back.
thing when I hear Catholic school, I just think of those nuns and whooping your ass.
So no, imagine an ADHD
Test
student.
your faith.
Imagine an ADHD child in a Catholic school. Let that sink. Let that sink.
Faithful
So,
combat.
so no wonder I was born.
Catholic combat.
No wonder I was written off as borderline anxiety and depressive disorder. So, like, guys,
Fatality.
strings.
The Catholic win.
So, anyway, moving on.
Nun slap.
Then we have the absolute last time Frodo decides to give away the ring. I was just like, are we frozen?
You are frozen, but we
You
can
are
hear you.
frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay, we could hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
we can.
Am I back? Because I saw everybody froze.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. I wanted to say Frodo gives away the ring for the absolute last time. when Aragorn was like, "Where's the ring?" Here it is, and the ring was already starting.
You know you want me.
Wait. What's the song again? Get a mop, get it down for this wet
Yeah,
ass ring. I
as
get it
ring.
with the
Fucking
for this wet ass ring.
Get some
There's
power
some
with.
orcs.
Get the power of
There's
the
some
world
orgs
with
in
this.
this house. There's some orgs in
Some
this house. There's some orgs in this house. There's some orgs in this house. Get
and
'em
the
up.
ring
Let it
was
pop for
the
that
ring was already
ass ring.
busting out some of the most
I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't.
unnecessary moves
But I will
I've
rule
ever
this
seen
world
in
with this
my
little
life.
powerful
They were like,
ring.
I can be all yours. I can be all yours.
That ring don't play, dog. Like every time people see that ring,
Gone.
Genuine's
Fuck.
tone is playing. Every time people see the ring, Genuine plays. This ring, you want it. Power, it'll give you. You
Ah!
come on and take it.
It like
Yeah.
but Aragon was
Imagine
all
na
about
get a
that.
ring in tank.
Aragon still upset
I'm
Begone
sexy and
Fox.
I know it. Go
No
look
way.
at that shine. Just look at that
Yeah, look,
shine.
son.
Just look at that
This
shine. I give you
guy,
power.
oh, I got dark.
Almighty Nyasanya Kai. Guys,
Okay.
we can actually finish
So
not long after
uh,
10, guys. Come on.
we have then when Eric and shout out to that wonderful scene in the cinematography where when after Aragorn rejects the ring and he says, "I would have told you to move over, but please," and then Frodo has his final words. Aragorn pulls out his sword and tells Frodo to run away. Right? You can see that at that moment, Aragorn has accepted his fate to become king because how he greets his enemies is exactly the same way all other king-like characters up until that point in the movie greeted their enemies by holding the sword up like that. But the other human kings were the Nazgûl who did that before they started a fight, and then we just see Aragorn is like, "This is me now, king level activated," and yeah.
King level everything. And
The
then
hat.
obviously, his boss music had to play.
Yeah. Then they're busy fighting the orcs. The orcs is like, find
Urukai.
the Urukai, find the halfling, find the. See, he said find the halfling. Don't kill the halfling. Find the. Ooh, maybe they don't understand each other's dialect. You know, omo ke Xhosa, omo ke Zulu. That's too close. No, ke Xhosa, omo ke even Sean is too close. Omunge Xhosa, Omunge Arabic or something or Japanese. I don't know. Where did it get lost in translation? Where find the halfling means cut them in half.
He
Broken
heard
telephone.
halfling. He heard halfling and he was
Half,
like, okay,
Yeah.
half, and
half.
You must
half,
make him half, right? So I must
half.
half him.
He
Yeah,
heard
half half.
find and half, and
Yeah,
he was
because
like, sure.
that one orc coming with a big ass axe to those two, the two hobbits. Like, what is your order?
In Tanga, I heard half. I heard
I heard
half.
half. Lucky for Boromir and his redemption arc comes there, cuts it in half. Beautiful action sequence. One get going. You see, this is how you do an action sequence if you're not in the martial arts world. Because if the kung fu, there are different types of. There's the kung fu where you can see this is kung fu fighting, and then there's a nice build up tension and release type of action that you see in these type of movies. Expertly done, good choreography, shooting each other with arrows.
Yeah, Boromir was on his protagonist until the plot was like, yeah, about that
Yeah,
protagonist syndrome.
no,
Please
you don't.
reload. You have run out of plot armor.
But you've run out of plot of a minute. At the same time, you had to have the most. Oh wait. Oh, we see that you've been automatically installed to the dramatic death insurance policy, and it's time to pay up.
Taki?
Like what? The most dramatic long death I've ever seen. Like guy, I was sitting there, 3 arrows, like
But I was sad. I was like, oh man, I like Boromir.
and like look, it felt sad. The music was sad. Everything was sad. At the same time, I was like, where are they? I was like, guys, come already!
Yo,
Finally, uh, finally, Aragorn came to the rescue. Almost got his head chopped off. And then almost got a knife thrown, got a sharpened knife thrown at him. Had he
that
not
he had to that Vigo had to cut out of the air for real.
had he not learned, he at that point that's when he learned that he's part Jedi because the Force was with him. Like,
No, I'm telling you now, like Hollywood, I feel like they're full of maniacs sometimes. I'm like, are you guys trying to kill these actors?
for the art.
It's for the art.
Cut!
Aye.
Art is an explosion.
Oh.
Yeah, he said it this time, eh? So don't blame me. He said it. Yo,
I will never die for a movie. You're
yo.
crazy.
Anywho, moving on. Something else that's funny that happened. Oh yeah, Boromir dies. They have the most head of. You see, this is where. Oh yeah, once I'll say this. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Aragorn is where toxic masculinity dies.
Oh yeah, because he kissed Boromir on the forehead.
And held his hand as he was dying. He was emotional. He was crying, and he's still a man. This is so. If you want to have all you alpha males and everybody wants to be the biggest alpha male and everything like that, listen here. You want to see a blueprint to be a good well-centered, good-centered, proper alpha male? Look at Aragorn. Do whatever Aragorn does in that movie. You see all that? You reach out to his friends, sit with his homies, let his homies talk about their trauma, talk about their homes. Remember in Lord Lauren, I was like, guy, you look stressed. What's going on, bro? No, talk. It's okay. We can talk. That is a real alpha. That's
Fully
the only
developed. Shout
that's
out
a
to
fully,
Sasha Lee.
yes, I was about to say, yeah. If that is where toxic, that's a real man. That concludes my TED talk. That's the hill I will die on. The only real man in Phillips is Aragorn.
Oh, Boromir's Coco nice.
In a fictitious universe, but still, be like that. Be like Aragorn. Don't be like the other ones. The con artists. The what's his name? Andrew Tate's. And what's the other one's name as well?
Dog, have you seen his forehead? You're calling Professor X there upon us with that forehead of Tate's.
Your Bugatti. Where's Mr. Prisoner? Anyway.
How does this podcast survive? Legend knows.
I think we are surviving because we don't have enough subscribers. The day we get more subscribers, the day we get subscribers, people are going to be like,
the day we have enough subscribers, and then the day they're going to be
hello, YouTube. Close up.
This guy said this. Right there, it's going to be part of the Netflix. The Netflix
documentary.
The Rise and Fall.
What is it called? Nerdgasm.
The Rise and Fall.
Yeah, the toxic geeks. The Rise and Fall of Nerdgasm. Wow. I'm trademarking that. If you're gonna make a documentary, you better pay me my money if you're gonna use the title.
The Rise and the Fall,
Yes. Ooh. Anyway, moving on. Guys, we are loopy today, Chef. I don't know what happened.
I think we are feeling the month. We are mid-month, mid-year fatigued.
It's mid-year fatigued. I think it's also, people say women have a cycle. This is our cycle. Men have a cycle.
It's the full moon. It's the full moon, guys. It's the full moon.
We are cycling. We are extra hormonal. I don't know.
Okay, so sharp. Boromir.
Yeah, Boromir.
Yes, Coco
Boromir.
Sakona is out.
Yeah, because he dies in his in his death he utters his despair like my home is gonna come to ruin and everybody's going to die and everything I care about is going to be ruined. And Arrogant steps on like I do not know what strength is in me, but I will not let the White City fall. Let all our people fail. I was like our people. You know what? Give me that sword. I would have I'd have glad to have fought beside you, my brother.
Don't you mean your king?
And he's like, and I would have served you.
My king.
Yeah.
Did he say that? Why don't I remember that?
Yeah, he said, and I would have served you, my king. And I was like, oh man, Boromir, no. Nagato, Dragon Balls, somebody.
Somebody, bring him back. Somewhere along the line, Jonathan must have felt it like while eating his breakfast. No, my boy,
my boy,
my only son. Faramir is right there.
I wonder if I was Faramir now, I would have thrown hands with Denethor.
Dog, long ago. Like,
we had to fight now. Live you, my father.
There's always this epic line from a movie from Al Pacino. Devil's Advocate, right?
What's that movie again?
Oh God, now that movie gives me trauma. But the line she says, Charlize Theron says to Al Pacino is like, I always tell, I forgot the guy's name, that the only thing worse than having no father is having mine. And then Al Pacino's like, I can relate. And I was like, that is the most evil gem I've ever seen in my life, but still. Because if you know which character he plays, the fact that he says he'd rather have no fun.
Isn't he Lucifer in that movie?
Exactly. So him saying the only thing worse than having no father is having mine. I was like, yep. Same girl.
I feel you, sister. I feel you.
And it's like, like he can just lightning strike you from anywhere.
Yes, look at Lucy throwing tantrums with the humans. Hi.
Anyway,
Boromir's gone.
Merry and Pippin. Shout out to his brilliant plan to use the horn of is it the horn of Gondor?
Yeah, the horn of Gondor, Boromir.
Yeah,
Then I was defending Boromir because people were saying, no, it was so stupid. It got all the orcs to his attention. I'm like, that was the point. The orcs went to him and left Frodo alone. That was the point.
So now, conclusion of the battle, Merry and Pippin have been taken because they're halflings. So
yes. Halflings.
Halfling, ring, halfling.
Apparently the Urukai are hobbitists. All look the same.
Frodo is gone, and then Sam finds him, and then Frodo's on his like, I have to do this by myself.
The movie,
and then Sam is like, nah, dog, I got you.
I'm going to Mordor alone, and I know, and I'm going with you. You can't swim. Like I will walk on the bottom of this lake, walk onto the other side, and come after you. You watch me. Then, whoops, down he goes, and Frodo had to go save him. His ass, like, damn ass.
But that scene, bro, is like, don't you? And Gandalf told me, don't you leave him, Samwise. I was like, yo.
I made a promise, Mr. Frodo.
That's a G right there.
The way he hit that line, a promise. How dare you make me break my oath? Don't you leave him, Mr. Samwise. And I don't.
That's a G right there, man.
Tears. Because it also highlights the line that both of them were thinking about Gandalf at the same time. Because before he walked into the river, he took the boat. Frodo was thinking that line. I wish none of this had happened. And you heard Gandalf say, "So do all live to see such times, but it's not for them to decide. All they can do is what do with the time was given to them." And he says, "I'm deciding to do with my time what I can do, and I'm getting into this boat." Little did you know, Sam was listening to Gandalf saying, "Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee." And like, yo, the Mentiers are that close.
Ah, dog.
I was
Listen.
finished. The first time I watched it, I was like, I was like, you got me with the Naruto. You hit me with the Naruto. Like
Yes.
I had a Naruto cry.
Yeah.
All that was missing was a flute, dog. Like for real.
Doo-doo-doo.
I still hasn't broken my
And a
record.
swing, and just a
Yeah,
scene with the
that
swing.
swing.
Finish and clap.
Oh, fun fact. For those who don't read the Jujutsu Kaisen manga, Yuji just activated his domain. We'll find out next week what it does.
Right. Been fighting that guy for 50 years. Talk about 5 minutes. Yo, I think they're going for the record of longest anime fight since Dragon Ball Z. Anyway,
Then anyway, fun. That's another type of anime. Ding. Cut. Thank you.
Wow.
it's late.
Yeah.
The what's that anime were brought to you by ADHD. You never know when it will strike.
Hey. Frodo.
And then
very
Aragorn and them realize what's happened,
yes.
and they're like, okay, Frodo got to do this on his own. While he's doing that, we're gonna go after Merry and Pippin.
Let's go hunt some orc.
Let's go hunt some Urukai.
And then whoops, they all
And then whoop, there it is. Wait, are we done?
Frodo is on the mountain with Sam. Is like, Mordo, may our friends find a safer journey? They will find. Then we'll meet
Nobody
them
found a safer journey.
We may meet them again yet again, Mr. Frodo. And then Frodo looks to Sam and is like, I'm glad you're with me, Sam. And the end. And that's when I realized like I'm just as mortal as everyone else because my mother almost killed me. Imagine bringing me this was before the other movies came out, and I brought this home from Dial movie. And like, Mom, we've got to watch this movie. And she was
from
like,
Mr. Video. Yeah, Canada was something called Mr. Video.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Back in those days.
Yes, kids, we used to hire movies. There was no Netflix and stuff. We used to have to go out of our house and then go to a store and then pay money and then come back home and then watch the movie, and then we had to return it before a certain time. Otherwise, we had to pay more money.
None at all.
Oh. What was it like?
It was fun.
I mean, I couldn't just click on a screen and watch a movie.
No, couldn't you?
Neanderthals.
Yes, we were. We were in the Ice Age.
I was watching this TikTok of this teacher, like born from 1981, and it was like the students were asking him, "So, how does it like living without TVs?" I was like, "Order to like let me can just tell me which school it is. I need to go and sort these kids out right now." Like, what?
This other one, it hurt me.
Yeah.
So the kid is like, "Dad, what year were you born?" And the dad is like, 84. And the kid goes like, "What? Unnecessarily long? Like, did you just? Oh, okay. That's all was needed. There was no need for wow." And then no. This is the cherry on top. How was it like being a slave?
That was uncalled.
Dude,
what? Because
so
you were born in the 1900s.
His older brother is like chilling in the front. You could see that homie just turn his face away and like. I will not laugh. I do not want these slaps.
I do not want to join them in hell. Like my vacancy in heaven is hanging on by a thread. Lord Jesus, give me strength.
Oh man,
these kids, man, kids are vicious, bro.
Yeah, up until they have. Do you know what? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Your kids are your parents' revenge. Wait until your son has kids and see that child drive your kid crazy, and you'll be like,
I'm sure this thing, My mom just laughs when like, oh, you have a child?
At last. How does it feel like? And that's why whenever they visit grandma, they give them all the sugars. Like, this child is too stable. But my sweet,
The grandparents don't give a fuck, bro. They'll be feeding kids at like 10, 12. Like, dude, you wouldn't like, hey, bro, I ain't raising this nigga. You
it's your problem. Well, nkgono ke lapile. Ha re cake. Batla cake. Ha re cake. It is 9:15. He's supposed to be in bed. It's the weekend.
Yeah. And that time you're just like, where were you when I was a kid? Because this is not who you are.
Jiggy, this McDonald's money now. Even.
O batla apple pie ela ya McDonald's. Ne mo rekele apple pie ela that crispy one, ne? O mo rekele yona. Le McFlurry.
Who are you?
Yeah, a top 10 anime betrayal.
You used to slap me for asking for water. Water comes from the tap. You didn't even have to buy it.
Anyway.
You were my mom. I don't know you know you now.
Yeah. So that's how it works. So wait until they have kids. You'll have your vengeance now. Like, oh, he did what? He set the house on fire?
We kept this under 2 hours. Wow.
Anyway, all right.
Well,
literally.
Just about.
Anyway, this is the end. I think we should wrap things up, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Before we have an ADHD attack again.
Yeah.
Oh God.
If you survive this entire episode,
concentration, hope, joy. All the nations lived together until ADHD attacked. The ADHD nation attacked.
And only
remembering why you went into a room.
Only dopamine, who has the power of commanding your entire brain, could stand up against him. But when the world needed the most, he's vanished. 100 years has passed, and now we found a new help. Adderall. Baby,
Did you see that? I don't know if I sent it to you guys. The one that goes, imagine being a vampire and having ADHD. And it's like 600 years later, and you still haven't moved that chair where you're supposed to.
just like the in real life, though, they'll just get an SMS from the other vampire friend. I'm coming over. Then you just see the house. Oh.
Like, dude, didn't you say you were gonna put that desk together? The desk is still there in the box. The screws are out. The tool is there. You still haven't put it back together. Like,
I started. Doesn't that count?
You started 100 years ago.
And got home.
It's a start.
Yeah, no, I had to marathon Dragon Ball Z, Chief. It's not my fault.
Anyway, so if you come to this point, thank you for lasting until this point. We do hope that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow these guys. The names are on the credits, guys. You can pause and follow them. They're also in the descriptions. Follow. What else did I usually say? Oh, next week we'll be starting on a new. Oh, you'll be seeing the rest of the series, but technically we'll have finished now. So for those who don't know, they'll know. Something else is coming in the future, né? Wow, what else? Follow. I did say you must follow these guys on social. Follow Mr. BuckMeister on. Support Mr. BuckMeister and his wonderful works with khala. His the coffee link is also on the description and everything. Mr. Zuko here, he's on Twitter, he's on the Instagrams. Show him some love. He's being awesome. While that also my heartfelt apologies for the short counsel. Don't come after me. I've already have a look. My list of enemies is a mile long. I could be the King that Singler by 2.0 day version of this way. So
my enemies are awesome.
So yeah.
The enemies that you've made.
One at a time. I broke up this FYP bit by brick. Anyway,
you are my enemy.
Anyway, I want you to come over and help me share the only way it spreads is from mouth to mouth. So please go talk about us. We love you guys.
Let it burn.
We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
As it should.